Every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., Daniel heard footsteps above his ceiling. Not light creaks, not the house settling. Real, slow footsteps. The strange part? Daniel's bedroom was on the top floor of the house, and according to everyone, there was no attic above him. Daniel had just moved into a small house in a quiet American town. The place was old, but cheap. After searching for weeks, he was just happy to finally have somewhere to live. The first few nights were completely normal, until one night, Daniel woke up suddenly. He looked at his phone. 2:13 a.m., and that's when he heard it. Step, step, step. Footsteps directly above his bed. At first, he thought maybe it was just the house making noises. Old houses do that. So he ignored it and went back to sleep. But the next night, 2:13 a.m. again, the same footsteps, slow, heavy, walking across the ceiling. Now Daniel started getting nervous because the footsteps didn't sound random. They sounded like someone walking back and forth, watching him. The next day, he asked the landlord, "Is there an attic above my room?" The landlord looked confused. "No, that part of the house doesn't have an attic." Daniel laughed nervously. But that night, 2:13 a.m., the footsteps came back. This time, they stopped directly above his bed. And then, knock, knock, knock. Daniel froze. He stared at the ceiling for almost a minute. Then suddenly, something scratched across the floor above him. The next morning, Daniel decided to search the house, every hallway, every closet, every door. Finally, near the stairs, he noticed something strange, a small wooden panel in the ceiling. It looked like a hidden attic entrance. Daniel grabbed a chair and pushed the panel open. Cold air rushed down. Inside was a narrow attic space, covered in dust. But something didn't make sense. The dust on the floor wasn't smooth. It looked like someone had been walking there recently. There were footprints, fresh ones. Daniel climbed halfway into the attic with his flashlight. The space was dark, silent, just old boxes and wooden beams. But then, his flashlight landed on something in the corner, a small sleeping bag, and beside it, empty food cans. Someone had clearly been living there, watching him, walking above his room every night. Daniel quickly climbed down and called the police, but when they searched the attic, the sleeping bag was gone. The footprints stopped near the far wall, and the police couldn't find any exit. Daniel moved out the next week, but before leaving, he asked the landlord one last question. "Has anyone else ever complained about noises in this house?" The landlord paused for a moment. Then he said something strange. "You're actually the third person who moved out because of that. And even today, the house is still standing. But sometimes, late at night, neighbors say they can hear slow footsteps walking in the attic, even though officially, the house has no attic at all. And that mystery is now locked inside. The mystery vault."